How you doing today, folks? Today I wanted to make a video to try to illustrate a point. And it's kind of a nasty day outside. It's late April, and we're in the midst of April showers. But hopefully they're going to bring us some May flowers. But the purpose of this video is, if you take a look at the garden right in front of me here, you see how there's not many weeds. I haven't started doing any weeding yet this year. And you'll also notice that there's some mulch in the garden. But now as we move along this garden, you'll see we're getting some chickweed. This is a crabapple, a flowering crab. You'll see we're getting a whole bunch of chickweed in here. And the reason for that is because when I was mulching, I just never quite made it to the back of this bed. So you can kind of see the delineation right here. So here I mulched, here I didn't mulch. So the only difference between all these weeds you're seeing there, and yeah, there's still some weeds, it looks like I didn't get too much mulch over here, is just an inch or 2 inches of mulch. So I want to stress how important it is with your gardens to get out there and just make sure you've got an inch or two of mulch. This is another case where more is not better. I see a lot of people mulch gardens and they'll just go nuts with tons of mulch. And if you put down 3 inches of mulch, it actually like makes your soil too organic. This is a garden I worked in yesterday, and you can see I had bare soil, so I just got some mulch and put it down. What I did in this garden is, whenever I'm working in the gardens, I carry a soil knife. See link in description. I carry a soil knife on my hip, and if I ever see a dandelion or a perennial weed, I'll get down there and yank out that perennial weed, or even the grass on the edge of the bed. I'll get that out as quickly as I can, because those perennial weeds are really tough to kill. We've got quite a few squirrels in the yard, and every year there's two trees. There's this one tree right here, and then there's another tree right over here that they try to build their nests in every year, and they never seem to succeed. And if you look at this pile of branches right here, the squirrel's nest just blew right out. I gotta come out and clean that up, unless they get it back up there. So here's the second bed I want to show you. And you can see we've got all these tulips that are about to pop. And you know, I did go through with the weed whacker and clean up the edge. You see how nice that edge is. But the front of the bed, we've got some forget-me-nots coming later in the season. There's a couple dandelions I should get out of there sooner than later. See right over here, where are we? Right over here. And then this is actually some meadow rue volunteers, which the only meadow rue I have in the yard is back by where we just were. But notice in the front of the bed we're doing okay, but then we get to the back of the bed here where I didn't put any mulch down, and it's just covered with, unfortunately, grassy weeds. So to get these weeds out, I really would have to come through with a hoe and scrape them out. But I just want you to notice that this mulch is not like ridiculously deep. I mean, all we're talking here is maybe an inch tops. And you know, I would come through and remulch this bed. First I would come through and I'd weed it, then I would just very gently turn the mulch without disturbing the plants, and then I just go ahead and top dress it. And that's all you need. You just put a little top dressing every year. And then back there I would just go ahead and put a pretty heavy mulch once I got all those weeds out for the first mulching. But a little bit of mulch makes a huge difference, and just try to keep up with those weeds, you know, keep up with those dandelions. You know, do as I say, not as I do. But I will come through with a weeding knife and get these dandelions. And then the final example we've got is this bed over here, which has no mulch, and you'll see all the weeds popping through here. So a friend of mine who's an arborist, also known as the wood fairy, brought me a load of wood chip last year. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and knock these weeds down, put a couple inches of mulch on, leaving a good, you know, 6 inches to a foot outside the trees, and just try to knock them down and smother all these weeds. But get your mulch down early, get your weeds, get at those weeds early. It is going to make a huge difference. So that's all for today, folks. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.